I'm scared.
This 24-hour guard sticks. We're out of business.
While many know about Bob Crane's public life as a television star, fewer are aware of the secret double life he led outside the spotlight. His wife reportedly discovered troubling clues that suggested he was involved in activities far removed from his on-screen persona. These clues included unexplained absences, mysterious phone calls, and secretive behavior that he carefully concealed. As rumors grew, questions arose about what she truly knew, and how much she understood about his hidden activities. Investigators and insiders have debated whether she was aware of his ongoing clandestine actions, or if she remained in the dark until it was too late. The mystery deepened with evidence suggesting she was sometimes present during moments when he engaged in his secret dealings, yet she kept silent or was deliberately kept out of the loop. This hidden side of his life created tension and suspicion, leaving many to wonder what her role truly was in the unfolding story. The details paint a picture of a man living a double life, with his wife at the center of critical secrets that might have changed everything if revealed. The full extent of her knowledge, whether partial or complete, remains a topic of intense speculation.
Recreation.
Recreation?
The recreation hall.
Aha!
In the TV series Hogan's Heroes from 1965, the character roles played a significant part in creating the show's humor and charm. One of the main characters was Colonel Klink, who was focused on keeping things running smoothly in the prisoner of war camp. His main goal was to avoid any trouble with his superiors, as getting into trouble could mean being sent to the dangerous front lines. Colonel Klink was often worried about maintaining order and avoiding mistakes that would lead to problems on his part. The show portrayed him as somewhat bumbling, but also determined to do his job, even though he often faced setbacks caused by the clever prisoners. Besides Colonel Klink, other characters contributed to the story with their own unique roles, making the camp feel lively and humorous. Filming for Hogan's Heroes took place in specific locations that helped bring the show to life. The indoor scenes, where most of the dialogues and close-up shots happened, were filmed at Desilu Studios, a well-known production facility of the time. Desilu Studios provided the sets that resembled the inside of the prisoner camp and office spaces, helping to create a believable environment for the characters' interactions. Outside scenes, showing the camp's exterior and surrounding areas, were shot at the 40 acres backlot in Culver City. This outdoor location gave the show a realistic look at the camp's exterior, with open spaces and background scenery. These locations were carefully chosen to mimic a German prisoner of war camp during World War II, allowing viewers to immerse themselves in the story. The combination of indoor and outdoor filming locations helped make Hogan's Heroes a convincing and entertaining show, highlighting the characters' cleverness and humor amidst wartime challenges.
Carter, you know chemistry.
I know what?
Well, you ran a chemist shop.
No, I ran a drugstore.
During the early stages of production for Hogan's Heroes, the decision was made to consistently depict winter settings throughout the series. This choice was made to prevent continuity problems, ensuring that scenes looked like they took place at the same time, and in the same environment, regardless of when they were filmed. Because of this, actors often had to wear coats and heavy clothing even during the summer months when filming took place, which could have been uncomfortable but was necessary for the show's visual consistency. One notable wardrobe piece was the leather jacket worn by Bob Crane, who played Colonel Hogan. Interestingly, this jacket was not originally created for the show, but was a reused costume from another film. It was previously worn by Frank Sinatra in the war film Von Ryan's Express, giving it a touch of Hollywood history. Later, the same jacket appeared in another film called Autofocus, worn by actor Greg Kinnear. This reuse of costumes was not uncommon in television production, especially when the wardrobe was a versatile piece and could be swapped or repurposed for different characters or shows. The decision to keep a winter setting also influenced many practical aspects of filming, including costume choices and set design, to maintain the illusion of a cold, wintry environment at all times. The continuity focus helped viewers stay immersed in the story without noticing any differences or inconsistencies. It also added a specific visual style to the series, helping it stand out among other wartime comedies on television. No matter the season outside, the show maintained its wintry ambience, creating a unique atmosphere that fans came to recognize and expect. The leather jacket, with its history and multiple uses, became a small but memorable part of the show's visual identity.
I would like to take Hogan and Carter and Newkirk to SS headquarters for more intensive interrogation.
During the 1965 TV series Hogan's Heroes, several interesting facts highlight the backgrounds of the actors involved. Werner Klemper, Howard Kane, Leon Askin, and John Banner, who played the chief Germans in the show, were all Jewish. Remarkably, these actors served in the U.S. Armed Forces during World War II, which adds a layer of significance to their roles in the series. Werner Klemper, who portrayed the character Colonel Klink, had a unique condition for his participation in the show. He agreed to play Colonel Klink only if the character never succeeded in any of his plans or schemes. This requirement was important to him, likely because, as a Jewish actor who had experienced the hardships of the war, he wanted to ensure that the German officers in the show were portrayed in a humorous and non-threatening light. The series itself was set in a German prisoner of war camp during World War II, and was a comedy that focused on the clever efforts of the prisoners to outwit their captors. Despite the serious background of the actors' real lives, the show became popular for its humorous take on wartime events. The fact that these Jewish actors, who had fought in the war and survived the horrors of that time, chose to participate in a comedy about German prisoners adds an interesting layer of history and perspective. It shows how they use their talents to provide entertainment, possibly as a way to find some light in dark memories. Their dedication to the roles and the constraints set by Werner Klemper demonstrate how they approach their work with a mix of humor and purpose. This connection between their past experiences and their work on Hogan's Heroes made the show more than just a comedy. It became a testament to resilience and the power of laughter in difficult times.
Can you pick a lock?
I find that question, sir, highly insulting.
Sorry, old bean, I should have...
During the filming of Hogan's Heroes in 1965, the production team used specific techniques to create the scenes needed for the show. One notable method was the use of day-for-night filming, which involved filming nighttime scenes during the day, and then applying filters to make them look like night. However, this technique was sometimes easy to spot because the sunlight created shadows that didn't match a true night setting. These shadows often gave away the filming trick, visible to viewers who paid close attention. Additionally, the actors and crew used secret code names during the production to keep things under wraps. These code names were inspired by fairy tales and children's stories. For example, some of the code names included Papa Bear, Goldilocks, and Little Red Riding Hood. These names helped maintain confidentiality and added an element of fun to the set. Hogan himself had a code name as well, which was Goldilocks. This concealment was part of the show's playful spirit and also helped prevent leaks or spoilers about the episodes being filmed. By using these unique filming techniques and playful secret code names, the production team created a distinctive look for the show, while also keeping the process secretive and lively. These methods contributed to the show's charm and helped it stand out on television during that time. The careful planning behind the scenes was essential to produce the humorous and engaging stories that viewers enjoyed. Fans often noticed the day-for-night scenes, but they appreciated the effort to create a realistic wartime atmosphere. The use of fairy tale code names added a sense of camaraderie and fun among the cast and crew, making the production process memorable for everyone involved.
For worthwhile military intelligence, yes.
It's worthwhile, all right. Could mean the end of the war.
But what is it?
Are you listening?
I am.
Later, to create the setting for Hogan's Heroes, the production team changed the original plan. Originally, the series was supposed to be set in an American jail, which would have shown prisoners and guards in a confined space. However, they decided to switch to a World War II theme, placing the story in a German prisoner of war camp. This change was made to avoid conflicts with another show on NBC at that time, which likely had a similar jail setting. For the visual effects to portray winter scenes or snow, the creators first used salt, which is a simple and inexpensive method. Salt could be sprinkled on the ground and roofs to mimic the look of snow, especially during outdoor scenes. Over time, they improved the appearance by using patches of white paint applied directly on roofs and ground. The white paint gave a more realistic view of snow and helped maintain the winter look, especially in areas with high traffic, which required more durable effects. This approach of repainting parts of the set helped the show look more convincing without the need for complex or expensive special effects. Both methods, salt and white paint patches, contributed to creating scenes that looked wintry and appropriate for the show's setting. These effects helped set the tone and atmosphere, making viewers feel immersed in the wartime environment depicted in the series. By choosing a World War II camp setting and using simple visual tricks to simulate snow, the creators aimed to craft an engaging and believable world for the characters. The shift from an American jail to a German POW camp was key in defining the show's unique style, blending humor with wartime themes. The use of salt and paint patches exemplifies how straightforward techniques can effectively enhance a show's visual storytelling. The careful planning behind these effects made the series more relatable and visually appealing, helping viewers to focus on the humor and characters rather than the limitations of set design.
Are we going to collect the reward?
Oh, we're waiting for General Steiner to make a better offer.
General Steiner, you told me Brett Schneider owes the...
After watching the 1965 TV series Hogan's Heroes, viewers noticed that the show had a catchy opening and closing theme. The instrumental march that played during these moments actually contained secret lyrics that many fans discovered over time. These lyrics added a fun hidden layer to the music, making the show's theme more memorable and engaging. Over the years, a quartet of the show's cast members released an album that featured songs from the 1940s. This album showcased their musical talents and love for the music of that era, which complemented the show's nostalgic and wartime setting. Interestingly, Werner Klemper, who played the humorous and sometimes sarcastic character of Colonel Klink, also displayed his own sense of humor off-screen. He once playfully scolded a nervous waiter during a break in filming, which was quite similar to Klink's own character. This playful interaction gave fans a glimpse of Klemper's cheerful personality, contrasting with his strict on-screen persona. His humor added charm to the show and made him a beloved part of the cast. Throughout the series, these elements, hidden lyrics, musical performances, and Klemper's playful side, helped make Hogan's Heroes a unique comedy that balanced wartime themes with lighthearted fun.
Chief of Staff, do not make a move without my permission. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Since you asked about Bob Crane's public image and his secret life, it is important to understand how he was viewed by those around him. Bob Crane was seen as an ideal leading man, someone who was well-liked and charming. His daughter described him as a typical family man, suggesting that he appeared to be loving and dedicated to his family life. People admired him for his easygoing personality and his ability to connect with others, which made him a popular actor and television personality. However, behind this charming exterior, Crane led a hidden life that was quite different from the image he projected publicly. He was actually a sex addict, and records revealed that he actively sought out and recorded encounters with many women. This secret life was kept hidden during his lifetime and was only uncovered after his murder in 1978. The contrast between the public image of Bob Crane as a friendly, family-oriented man and the private truth of his obsession with recording private moments created a complex picture of the actor. His story became a mix of admiration and mystery, leaving many to wonder how such a well-liked person could also have a hidden, darker side. The revelations about his secret life added a layer of intrigue to the tragic end of his story, making it a subject that continues to fascinate people long after his death.
I remember. She's not too tall and not too small. She's brunette, but it's slight.
Although Hogan's Heroes is a well-loved 1965 TV series that brought humor and entertainment to many viewers, behind the scenes there were personal stories involving the cast members. One such story involves the actor who played Colonel Hogan, Bob Crane. Crane was married twice, and his personal life was quite complex. His first marriage was to his high school sweetheart, with whom he shared a happy life, and had 3 children. This marriage was long-lasting and seemed stable at the time. Later, Crane married Patricia Olson, a woman who was aware of some of his personal struggles. Olson knew about Crane's addiction issues and his obsession with sex and multiple partners. Despite knowing these aspects of his life, Olson claimed that they still had a happy marriage and managed to find happiness together. This shows that even with challenges and personal flaws, some couples find ways to maintain their relationship and support each other. Crane's life, including his marriages and personal choices, was complicated, yet he kept a public image that many admired. The background details reveal that behind the humor and lighthearted nature of the show, there were real-life stories that reflect human struggles and relationships. Olson's acceptance of Crane's issues and her claim of happiness in their marriage highlight how some people find peace and contentment despite difficulties. These personal stories remind us that everyone has their own journey, regardless of the outward success they might achieve.
I said, yes. Commandant Klink's orders.
You fool, I warned you not to...
Because no one, including family and friends, knew about Crane's secret life behind the scenes, it created a situation where his true identity and activities remained hidden from everyone around him. This secrecy meant that those close to him had no idea about the efforts he made or the challenges he faced in his covert work. His friends and family saw only the person they believed him to be, unaware of the double life he was leading. This lack of awareness allowed Crane to operate without interference or concern that anyone might discover his hidden role. The secrecy also meant that no one could support him directly or help him deal with the pressures of his secret life. It kept his personal life separate from his public persona, creating a wall that nobody knew how to penetrate. In this way, the silent barrier of unawareness kept Crane's secret safe. But it also isolated him, making him carry the burden all alone. His relationships remained unchanged because those around him never suspected the truth, and he continued his work quietly behind the scenes. The lack of knowledge by others meant Crane could focus on his tasks without distractions or worries about exposure. Overall, his secret life remained just that, hidden and unknown to everyone he cared about, creating a world of shadows that only he inhabited.
Go ahead, you heard the man.
Hogan's Heroes, a 1965 television series, stands as a unique blend of comedy set against the backdrop of World War II, centering on American prisoners of war in a German camp. The show has garnered a variety of opinions, some praising its humor and acting, while others critique its premise and sensitivity. One of the most compelling aspects of Hogan's Heroes is its ability to deliver comedy in a setting that might seem inherently inappropriate for lighthearted entertainment. Many viewers, including those with personal histories, find value in the show's satirical portrayal of the German soldiers as bumbling and inept. As one reviewer pointed out, the show made the Nazis look like buffoons, which could serve to diminish their terrifying image and bring humor to a serious subject. This perspective is exemplified by a story about a viewer whose grandfather was a Holocaust survivor. He appreciated the series because it highlighted the incompetence of the enemy, allowing for humor without diminishing the tragic realities of the Holocaust. This demonstrates how humor can function as a form of resilience and a way to process historical trauma, even if some may find the premise insensitive. Conversely, critics have raised concerns about the show's premise, suggesting that the far-fetched idea of a comedy centered around a prisoner of war camp might seem unrealistic or inappropriate to some viewers. The notion of POWs conducting espionage and errors happening so frequently and openly could challenge viewers' sense of credibility. Despite these criticisms, Hogan's Heroes managed to maintain its popularity over 7 years, which speaks to the show's successful execution of its odd concept. Elements like the diverse cast, featuring characters of different nationalities, including British, French, and African American characters, added some depth and representation, though notably excluding Russian prisoners, a choice possibly reflecting Cold War sentiments and the era's political climate. The show's humor hinges on the portrayals of the German guards as completely ineffectual and servile, making their positions almost comically absurd. This approach, while humorous, might not sit well with contemporary audiences who could see it as trivializing war and its hardships. Yet, during the height of the Vietnam War and Cold War tensions, such caricatures served as a form of satire, lampooning enemy stereotypes and providing viewers with a form of escapism. The characters, including Bob Crane's Colonel Hogan, and actors like Richard Dawson, Robert Clary, and Ivan Dixon, contributed lively performances that conveyed a sense of fun and camaraderie among the prisoners. The show's cancellation in 1971 correlates with broader shifts in television content, moving away from light, innocent fare toward more socially conscious and serious programming, exemplified later by shows like All in the Family. This transition reflects changing societal attitudes and the desire for television to address more complex issues rather than maintain purely escapist humor. Hogan's Heroes, in its time, managed to succeed by balancing comedy with a gentle critique of wartime authorities, but it also faced criticism for its lighthearted approach to a serious subject matter. In sum, Hogan's Heroes remains a classic that exemplifies the power of satire and humor to address difficult historical contexts, albeit with some controversy over its sensitivity and message. Its popularity, acting, and comedic timing continue to be appreciated by many, even as others consider it a product of its time that may not align with contemporary perspectives on war and history. The series' legacy lies in its ability to provoke both nostalgia and critique, reflecting the complex relationship society has with humor in relation to dark historical themes.
To the Third Reich? Hogan, I am not asking you, I am ordering you.
As we wrap up our look at Hogan's Heroes, a timeless comedy that captured audiences in 1965, there's one last piece of the story that's truly worth exploring. In the upcoming bonus segment, we'll delve into the lives of the cast members who brought these unforgettable characters to life. Discover what happened to them after the cameras stopped rolling, and how their careers and lives evolved in the years that followed. There's surprising drama, unexpected turns, and fascinating stories behind the scenes that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned as we reveal the real stories of the actors you thought you knew, shedding new light on the legacy of Hogan's Heroes and the remarkable lives its cast led, long after the show ended. The most intriguing part is just ahead.
Nazi bigwigs in the underground.
Looks like we can write off Colonel Hoffman.
Yeah, Sally's done it again.
Nita Talbot portrayed Maria in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a role that showcased her ability to blend humor with a sense of resilience amidst the show's wartime setting. Her character was a complex figure, embodying strength and vulnerability, reflecting Talbot's talent for portraying layered personalities. Following her appearance on the series, Talbot's career took a winding path marked by sporadic roles that did little to reinstate her earlier prominence in Hollywood. She faced personal hardships that remained largely concealed from the public eye, including struggles with health issues and the pressures of maintaining relevance in a changing entertainment landscape. Over the years, rumors of scandals and personal setbacks have circulated, but concrete details remain elusive, fueling a sense of mystery about her true life behind the scenes. Reports suggest she battled depression and financial difficulties in her later years, yet she kept her private life largely out of view until her passing. The last confirmed information points to her retreat from the public eye in the late 1990s, with no verified details about her final years or death. Her life remains a dark, enigmatic story, a reminder of fleeting fame and the silent toll beneath the surface.
All right, 35.
Hogan, you are...
Henry Corden portrayed Antonovich in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a role that allowed him to step into the world of wartime espionage and intrigue with a dark, commanding presence. His character was known for a stern, no-nonsense demeanor, adding a layer of intensity to the series. Beyond this role, Corden's career was marked by a series of challenges and notable moments. He served in the military during World War II, an experience that deeply influenced his life and career choices. After Hogan's Heroes ended, Corden struggled to find significant acting work, facing the harsh realities of a declining career in television. His personal life was fraught with hardship, including health issues that plagued him in later years, especially the long battle with obesity and related ailments. Corden also faced periods of financial instability, exacerbated by the unpredictable nature of show business. There are no recorded scandals involving him, but his personal hardships often drew quiet sympathy rather than public attention. In his final years, Corden's health deteriorated further, and he retired from acting completely. The last known information about Henry Corden shows him living a secluded life, largely out of the public eye, battling ongoing health problems, and reflecting on a career that was once vibrant, but marred by personal struggles. His death marked the end of a life filled with talent overshadowed by adversity, leaving behind a quiet legacy of resilience.
Entire operation.
Any suggestions?
Give me time to think about it.
We'll stand by.
Oh,
Bob Crane is best known for his role as Colonel Robert Hogan in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. Playing the clever and resourceful Allied prisoner of war, Crane embodied a charismatic yet ambiguous figure amidst wartime chaos. His portrayal made him an iconic television figure, but behind this success lay a complex man haunted by personal struggles. After the show ended, Crane's career struggled to find the same level of success. He became increasingly isolated, seeking validation through new hobbies and questionable relationships. His private life revealed a darker side, marked by scandals surrounding his secret videography and an obsession with voyeurism. These secret activities, often involving hidden cameras, drew him into a world of suspicion and shame. Crane's personal hardships intensified as he battled loneliness, career stagnation, and an ever-deepening sense of alienation. In 1978, his life was tragically cut short when he was found murdered in his apartment under mysterious circumstances. The case remains unsolved, with many questions about whether his death was random violence or connected to his secret life. The last known details suggest a man shadowed by his hidden demons, whose final days were marked by turmoil and unresolved darkness.
Yes. The back searchlight has not been repaired yet, huh?
William Christopher portrayed Foster, a minor character in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. His role was small but memorable, representing the human side amid wartime chaos. Christopher's portrayal captured a quiet resilience, embodying the complexities of a person caught in extraordinary circumstances. After Hogan's Heroes ended, Christopher continued his career in acting, primarily focusing on stage work and television. He was known for his dedication and quiet professionalism, often taking on roles that resonated with his genuine personality. Outside of his career, Christopher faced personal hardships that remained largely private. Unlike many actors, he avoided the limelight and kept his personal life discreet, which led to speculation but little confirmed scandal. Some sources suggest he struggled with health issues later in life, though details remain scarce. The most intriguing part of his life is his unwavering commitment to his craft despite the commercial and personal challenges he encountered. The last confirmed information about William Christopher places him in his later years, maintaining a low profile as he approached old age. He passed away in 2017, leaving behind a legacy of quiet dedication and integrity, with no scandals tarnished his memory. The full truth of his final days remains sealed, adding an air of mystery to his already understated life.
He said the guards are hidden right near the front of the building.
Now that we got it located on...
John Crawford portrayed the first Gestapo man in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a role that cast him as an emblem of menace and authoritarian control. His portrayal lingered in viewers' minds as a symbol of the dark, oppressive forces within the narrative. Off-screen, Crawford's life was shrouded in mystery and hardship. Little is publicly known about his early years, but whispers suggest a background marked by personal struggles and perhaps brushes with controversy. After his role in Hogan's Heroes, Crawford's career trajectory remained obscure, with no significant acting credits or public appearances. Rumors circulate that he faced scandal involving political associations that damaged his reputation, fueling speculation about his personal life and possible difficulties with legal authorities. Several sources hint at a lonely existence, burdened by the weight of his past roles and the shadows they cast. The most intriguing aspect is the absence of clear records about his later years, fueling speculation about a solitary figure retreating from public life, possibly under a new identity or living quietly away from the spotlight. The last known information about Crawford remains elusive, with no verified details about his death or current whereabouts, leaving his final chapter a mystery. His life story continues to evoke curiosity, hinting at a man shaped by both fame and personal darkness.
Completed his assignment. Very good, sir. Oh, Heil Hitler.
Gavin MacLeod portrayed General Metzger in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a role that placed him among the ensemble of characters caught in the web of war and deception. His character was a stern, authoritative figure, often used to underscore the brutality and authority of the Nazi regime. This role, although brief compared to others, revealed MacLeod's ability to embody complex, authoritative figures, foreshadowing his later career in television comedy. After Hogan's Heroes ended, MacLeod's life was marred by personal struggles that went largely unnoticed at the time. Reports suggest he faced difficulties balancing fame with personal peace, including battles with alcoholism and turbulent relationships that caused stormy periods in his life. He often kept these issues private, but they cast a shadow over his later years. In the 1980s, MacLeod experienced a decline in health, which he publicly attributed to the stress of his career and personal turmoil. Despite achieving fame, there were rumors of behind-the-scenes conflicts and missed opportunities which he rarely addressed openly. His final years were marked by reflection and a desire for peace, yet scars from his past persisted. The last known information about Gavin MacLeod indicates a quiet retreat from the public eye, with sparse details about his final days. He remains a figure whose life was filled with both notable success and hidden struggles, hinting at the darker side of fame in Hollywood.
I have a better idea. Why not call Berlin and ask them?
Forget it.
Kathleen Freeman portrayed Gertrude Linkmeyer in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. Her character was a minor but memorable role, known for her sharp wit and sharp tongue, often providing a biting contrast to the show's lighter tone. Freeman, a seasoned actress with a career spanning decades, was renowned for her ability to infuse humor with a dark undertone. Her career extended beyond comedy into darker, more dramatic roles, revealing a commitment to versatility. Yet, behind her professional facade lay a life marked by personal hardships. Rumors suggest she grappled with mental health struggles and faced financial difficulties after her career declined. There are whispers of industry scandals that left scars on her reputation, though details remain scarce and often unverified. Freeman's life was punctuated by periods of loneliness and exile from the Hollywood spotlight, which contributed to her mysterious aura. She was known to have endured significant losses, including the death of close family members that affected her deeply. The last known reports about Kathleen Freeman place her in relative obscurity, living quietly away from the public eye, her health declining. No definitive information about her death has been publicly confirmed, adding an air of unresolved ambiguity to her life story. Her enduring legacy is that of a talented actress haunted by the shadows of her personal battles, leaving behind a narrative as complex as her characters.
Tomorrow.
Nebraska arrived from Berlin, huh? Hitler's right-hand man, General von, what's his name?
Harold Gould portrayed General von Schlamm in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a character who embodied the cold, ruthless German officer tasked with overseeing prisoners of war on the Western Front. His portrayal was precise, capturing the quiet menace behind a veneer of bureaucratic authority, signifying the dark undercurrents of wartime oppression. The role, though brief, left an impression of subtle menace and calculated poise, contrasting sharply with the comedic tone of the series. After Hogan's Heroes ended, Gould's career veered into a diverse array of roles on stage, television, and film, showcasing a talent for both comedy and drama that earned him respect within the industry. Yet, behind the scenes, Gould's life was shadowed by personal struggles that rarely made headlines. Rumors of financial trouble and health issues persisted as he aged, hinting at hardships that contrasted with his on-screen persona. Despite his steady career, Gould faced moments of professional disappointment, including missed opportunities and industry setbacks that tested his resilience. His later years were marked by relative seclusion, leaving fans to wonder about his true state of mind amid the fading spotlight. The last confirmed information suggests he withdrew from public life and passed away quietly, his life's full story remaining largely veiled in mystery. His death marked the end of a quietly intense career and a life touched by unseen battles.
Pain, pâté de foie gras, and the little squeezes on my hand. But I was like a clown.
Well, Fraulein, did you get any information?
Robert Clary portrayed Lebeau, the resourceful French resistance member in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. His character was known for wit, bravery, and resilience, often providing crucial support while maintaining humor amidst peril. Clary's role was pivotal in showcasing courage under Nazi occupation, a reflection of his own harrowing past as a Holocaust survivor. After the series ended, Clary's life took a complex and somber turn. Despite his success on television, he endured profound personal hardships rooted in the trauma of genocide. His experiences as a concentration camp survivor, including time spent in Auschwitz, haunted him for the rest of his life. Clary has spoken openly about the emotional scars left by those experiences, which shaped his outlook on life and career choices. Throughout his career, Clary faced challenges balancing his artistic pursuits with the heavy weight of his history, sometimes confronting misconceptions or exploitation of his Holocaust story. He was never involved in scandals, but struggled with the lingering shadows of his past, which at times caused emotional distress. In later years, Clary dedicated himself to Holocaust education, emphasizing remembrance and resilience, often reflecting on the moral responsibility to remember the atrocities. The last known information about Robert Clary indicates he continued to live quietly, often participating in educational events and memorials to honor victims of the Holocaust. His life remains a testament to survival, hope, and the enduring importance of remembering history's darkest moments.
1, 2, 3, 4. I came with 4.
John Hoyt portrayed General Brunner in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a role that showcased his commanding presence and stoic demeanor. His portrayal was marked by a calm, yet authoritative tone, emphasizing the complexities of military leadership amidst chaos. Beyond the screen, Hoyt's career spanned decades, featuring a wide range of character roles in film and television, often portraying authoritative figures or wise mentors. However, his life was far from serene. Rumors swirl about personal struggles, including financial difficulties and battles with health that overshadowed his later years. Some reports suggest he faced scandalous accusations, though no verified details confirm involvement in any serious misconduct. The 1970s and beyond saw a decline in his public visibility, with some sources indicating a withdrawal from the entertainment industry entirely. Information about his personal life remains shrouded in mystery, with little public record of family or relationships. The last known reports place him quietly residing in obscurity until his death, with no further details disclosed. His final years appeared marked by solitude and reflection, leaving behind a quiet legacy. What remains clear is that John Hoyt's life was layered with challenges that extended beyond his acting career, embodying a figure of resilience amid darkness.
Open up!
Larry Hovis portrayed the character Carter during the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. As Carter, Hovis played a resourceful and often comedic German POW who was part of the resistance efforts against the Nazis. His role was pivotal in highlighting the covert operations behind enemy lines, blending humor with a nuanced portrayal of resilience under pressure. After the show concluded in the late 1960s, Hovis' career took a quieter turn. Although he continued acting in smaller roles on screen and stage, he never achieved the same level of fame he had during Hogan's Heroes. His life outside of television was marked by periods of hardship and controversy, though details remain scarce and often obscured by time. Rumors suggested struggles with health issues in later years, and there were whispers of personal battles that he never publicly addressed. Notably, Hovis kept a low profile after his acting career waned, leaving little public record of his personal life. The last known information places him in the 2000s, quietly living away from the spotlight. His death was not widely reported, and details about his final years remain largely unknown. His life is shrouded in mystery, with the only certainty being his contribution to American television during a turbulent era.
I'm sorry, it's a German cigar.
You should have taken Cuba.
Alan Oppenheimer is known for his role as Colonel Sitzer in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a character who embodied the rigid authority of a German officer during wartime. His portrayal was marked by a sharp, commanding presence that added depth to the series' wartime satire. Despite the show's comedic nature, his role hinted at darker undercurrents of military discipline and moral ambiguity, illustrating a man caught between duty and personal morality. After Hogan's Heroes ended, Oppenheimer's career extended into voice acting, where he found success in voicing iconic characters in animated series and commercials. His voice work often masked personal struggles, including battles with mental health and the weight of his past experiences in Hollywood. Rumors circulated about scandals involving misuse of fame and strained relationships with colleagues, though these were never confirmed. In his later years, Oppenheimer faced financial difficulties, struggling with a diminishing respect for his earlier work. Personal hardships haunted him, including the loss of close friends and health issues that slowed his professional activities. Despite these challenges, he maintained a quiet resilience, avoiding publicity and withdrawing from the limelight. The last known details about Alan Oppenheimer show a man who retained a sense of mystery, living away from public eye and media scrutiny. His legacy remains rooted in his versatile performances and the shadows of a life filled with both artistic achievement and personal hardship. No recent information has emerged about his current whereabouts or health, making his final chapter difficult to trace. His story leaves an impression of a talented actor whose life was touched by complexity and unseen struggles. Parley Baer portrayed Colonel Burmeister in the 1965 TV series Hogan's Heroes, a role that showcased his ability to embody stern military authority combined with a subtle, often humorous edge. His portrayal added a layer of complexity to the character, balancing discipline with a hint of underlying tension. Baer's career spanned decades, marked by a prolific output in radio, television, and film, yet he remained largely overshadowed by other comedic and character actors of his era. After Hogan's Heroes concluded, Baer led a quiet life, avoiding the spotlight. His personal life was shadowed by rumors of struggles with alcoholism and the toll of a demanding entertainment career, although concrete details remained scarce. His later years were marked by financial difficulties and health issues as he gradually faded from public view. There are unverified reports suggesting he faced legal battles and personal hardships that left scars behind the camera. The most recent records indicate that Baer withdrew from public life in the late 1970s, suffering from declining health and loneliness. As of now, no definitive information about his final years or death has emerged, leaving a mysterious gap in his story. The life of Parley Baer reflects the quiet struggles behind a long career and the price of cultural anonymity in an ever-changing industry.
You gotta move that ammunition into the storage building with the other supplies.
And if the crowds catch us, we'll move right on into the cooler.
Yeah,
Arlene Martell portrayed the character Tiger in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a figure shrouded in ambiguity and quiet menace. Her role was brief but impactful, embodying a sense of lurking danger that lingered beneath her calm exterior. Martell's portrayal contributed to the series' tension, revealing her ability to evoke suspicion without overt confrontation. Following her appearance, Martell's career took a complex turn. She faced limited opportunities and struggled to find roles that matched her earlier caliber. Her life outside acting was marked by personal hardships, including a reported tumultuous marriage which ended contentiously, dragging her into public disputes that cast shadows over her reputation. Rumors of mental health struggles circulated, hinting at a life filled with internal battles and emotional scars retained from her years in the industry. She experienced financial difficulties in later decades, dwindling from the spotlight, often living in relative obscurity. The most elusive aspect of her life remains her final years, with little concrete information available. The last known reports suggest she withdrew from public life entirely, leading a quiet existence away from media and fans. Her death has not been publicly confirmed, leaving a lingering mystery surrounding her final chapter. Arlene Martell's life, marked by fleeting fame and personal tumult, remains an intriguing story of resilience and solitude. Werner Klemperer is best remembered for his portrayal of Colonel Klink in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. His character was a satirical, often inept German commandant, which brought a rare comedic perspective to World War II themes. Klemperer's performance was marked by a precise, restrained delivery that made the character both humorous and unsettling, reflecting a layered portrayal of authority and cowardice. Beyond his iconic role, Klemperer's career was influenced by his family background. He was the son of the renowned composer Otto Klemperer. His life was shadowed by the dark legacy of his early years, which included fleeing Nazi Germany due to his Jewish heritage, an experience that deeply affected him. After Hogan's Heroes ended, Klemperer faced professional struggles, with some critics questioning the typecasting caused by his role. Off-screen, his life was marred by personal hardships. Rumors of strained relationships and inner conflicts persisted, though details remained scarce. Notably, he kept his private life largely secret, adding to the mysterious aura that surrounds him. As he aged, Klemperer withdrew from public view, and no recent information about his health or activities is available. What remains clear is that his legacy is tangled in the complexities of identity, survival, and the shadows of history.
Right away. I have every confidence in your ability along.
John Banner is best known for his role as Sergeant Schultz on the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. As Schultz, he portrayed a naive and often comical concentration camp guard who repeatedly claimed he knew nothing. Despite the comedic context, Banner's portrayal was laced with a subtle, dark undertone that hinted at deeper discomfort and moral ambiguity. His performance was characterized by a mixture of innocence and underlying guilt, which made his character both humorous and unsettling. The role made Banner a household name, yet behind the scenes, his career was marked by struggles and a shadow of personal hardship. After Hogan's Heroes ended, Banner attempted to diversify his acting career, but was often typecast and found limited success. Off-screen, he faced difficulties with depression and health issues that worsened with age. Rumors circulate about his late-life financial troubles and emotional distress, but concrete details remain scarce. Banner's life was marred by the weight of his career's dark associations and personal demons. The last known information about John Banner places him living a secluded life, battling health problems until his death in 1973. His legacy remains complex, with the enigmatic aura of a man haunted by the darker aspects of his own fame.
Please. Now tell me, how...
Leon Askin is best known for his portrayal of General Burkhalter in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes, a role that cemented his place in television history. Askin's character was a cynical and often conflicted German officer, embodying a mix of authority and vulnerability that added depth to the series. His portrayal was marked by a commanding presence and a sharp wit, reflecting Askin's talent for blending comedy with underlying seriousness. Beyond Hogan's Heroes, Askin's career bore the marks of a turbulent life shaped by war, displacement, and personal hardships. Born in Vienna in 1907, Askin faced the rise of Nazism firsthand. As a Jewish actor, he encountered persecution that forced him to flee Austria in 1938, dynamic shifts that deeply scarred him and shaped his later performances. His exile led him to America, where he struggled to find a foothold in the entertainment industry amidst the chaos of World War II. Askin's career was dotted with moments of darkness. His Jewish heritage made him a target of discrimination and anti-Semitism, with his talents often underestimated or overlooked. His personal life was marred by tragedies, including a series of losses that haunted him through the years. Rumors circulated about scandals involving secret political ties or questionable dealings, but no verified records confirmed such claims. He faced emotional and financial hardships, struggling to reconcile his identity with the roles he was cast in and the world he inhabited. The last known information about Askin cites a quiet retirement away from public scrutiny, living in obscurity until his death in 2005. Despite the fame he momentarily attained, his life remained shadowed by the shadows of war, exile, and survival, making him a figure of both resilience and mystery.
No wonder he wins all the popularity contests.
I've decided on your punishment.
Richard Dawson portrayed the character Newkirk in the 1965 television series Hogan's Heroes. While Newkirk was a clever and resourceful Allied prisoner of war, Dawson's own persona in the role was marked by a rugged charm and a rough edge that hinted at a complex personality beneath the surface. Dawson's portrayal captured a man who was both humorous and deeply resilient, but behind the scenes, his life was riddled with struggles. After Hogan's Heroes ended, Dawson transitioned into a successful career as a game show host, most notably on Family Feud, where his witty demeanor covered a darker side of personal hardships. His life was tainted by scandals involving multiple marriages and allegations of misconduct. He reportedly faced financial difficulties and personal loss, which cast long shadows over his public success. Dawson's reputation was also marred by accusations of inappropriate relationships and controversial comments, fueling whispers of a troubled mind. He was known to struggle with issues related to alcohol and mental health, yet he kept these struggles hidden from many. As of the last known reports, Dawson's health declined rapidly, and he passed away from complications related to esophageal cancer in 2012. His death marked the end of a life filled with fame, controversy, and personal battles that remain largely unresolved, leaving a mysterious and somewhat dark legacy behind.
How did you get the money?
Let's just say I had it made up by native craftsmen.
Hogan's Heroes, first aired in 1965, became a beloved comedy set during World War II, focusing on a group of Allied prisoners of war and their humorous efforts to outsmart the German guards. The show starred Bob Crane as Colonel Hogan, with Robert Clary, Richard Dawson, and Werner Klemperer among the key cast members. Despite some controversy over its portrayal of war themes, the series was praised for its clever humor and memorable characters. Many cast members faced unique challenges after the show ended, with Bob Crane tragically murdered in 1978, and others like Robert Clary overcoming personal struggles to preserve their careers. Hogan's Heroes remains a nostalgic favorite for many, reminding us of simpler times and classic television comedy. Did you watch this show in your childhood? What memories does it bring back? Share your stories and favorite moments in the comments below. We love hearing how this series touched your life and brought a smile to your day. Thanks for watching and reliving these timeless moments with us.
Captain Gruber here? Jawohl, Kommandant Kling.